Up next, this will be Rock Senior, Rotax Senior. They'll make their way out 12 laps. That'll put Tag Junior, Rock Junior on grid. Mini Rock, PRD Mini, your pre-grid. Jonathan Kodak, Jonathan inside of row number 1. Jonathan with a quick lap time of 37.041. Rock Senior driver in the number 16, starting outside row 1, will be Morgan Healy. In row number 2, Oliver Askew into 238. Starting fourth, the 42, Nolan Kelly. And Rotax Senior driver, Evan Mendez in the number 6, as we're ready to go 12 laps. And they'll make their way around. Rock Senior, and Oliver Askew at 238. Been a great run going for Oliver. He has won every race except for one. And outside of that, well, he finished second. So no problem there. They'll get ready to go 12 laps. And Rock Senior and Rotax Senior. Again, special thanks to our series sponsors as we get our hot laps in for your Rock Senior, Rotax Senior. Brandproducts.com. Take a look at their website. Also, special thanks to Harvest Motorsports. HarvestMotorsports.com. Mojo, series sponsor. Go Rotax.com. Also, right here, the great folks at Ocala Grand Prix. Arrive and drive. Get out there, have a little fun. Official Tony Kart dealer right here, the Ocala Grand Prix. Visit their website, OcalaGrandPrix.com. Rock Cup. Also, you can visit their website, RockCup.com. And the great folks over there at Bushnell, TSRacing.com for all of your racing needs. Order online, stop in, visit the showroom. Right there in Bushnell, TSRacing.com. So Jonathan inside row number 1. Morgan Healy scheduled outside in the 16. Oliver Askew, Nolan Kelly, row 2. Tag Junior, Rock Junior, you're on the grid. Mini Rock, PRD Mini, your pre-grid. Nick gonna look him over. They'll come down the straightaway. Kodak and Healy, row number 1. And we're looking at green. It's out. Jonathan, nice start. He'll carry about a cart length advantage into turn number 1. Good start for Morgan Healy. Got to stay right there along with Oliver. Looks like Oliver going to scoot up a spot. He'll move up to second. So Oliver Askew, your points leader, jumps to second. Again, Oliver's been very, very good. Again, he has won every event except for one. And I said he finished second in that one. He'll go to work on Jonathan as they head to the top of the oval for the very first time. Yeah, Jonathan with a lap time 37.041 in qualifying. Oliver Askew qualified with a 37.398. Morgan 37.113. And they'll take that little freight train of traffic through the chicane. Nolan Kelly into 42. Rotax Senior driver Kevin Mendez. Kevin Mendez in the number 6. Well, there's your top 3 drivers. They'll work their way off the hairpin turn. And very busy drivers. All 3 of these drivers will be, if not in 2, maybe 3 classes. They'll come down the front stretch. Jonathan going to look over his shoulder. Got plenty of room on the entry to turn 1. Morgan Healy running third. Just rolled off quick time, 36.976. So your third place cart, the number 16, Morgan Healy with quick time. Morgan about 0.7 of a second behind Jonathan as they'll come off the hairpin turn. They'll make their way into the tree turn. So top 3 drivers off the tree turn. All 3 drivers on Tony Karts. Ocala Grand Prix team drivers, they'll make their way across the start-finish line 3 laps in. Again, Morgan Healy, 36.747. So Morgan obviously with the quickest cart out there. We'll see if she can close up that gap on Oliver. They'll make their way to the top of the hairpin turn. And you talk about 3 very talented drivers right here. 1, 2, 3. Jonathan, Oliver, and Morgan as they come in to turn that tree turn, led by Jonathan. Boy, Oliver got to work that wheel a little bit off that tree turn. Kind of sawed the wheel. Bounced around a little bit. And they'll come to the line. Lap 4 this time by. So 4 laps complete this time by. About a 0.4 of a second advantage for Jonathan. And Jonathan, lap number 4, had a 36.722. That's your race leader. And Oliver working it hard. Morgan gets a good run through the tree turn. That's your third place car to 16. So it's been the same running order with 5 laps complete this time by. This will be 5 complete. Jonathan still about 0.4 of a second, still in range. So buckle down as we'll close in on the halfway point next time by. It'll mark 6 down, 6 to go. Just one and only leader. Your pole sitter, Jonathan, again earlier this morning, 37.041 in qualifying. He'll exit off the top of the oval as your leader here at the halfway point. And there's your leader, Jonathan, down into turn number 1. 0.3 of a second advantage. Oliver running second, qualified third. Morgan Healy qualified second, being scored third. Nolan Kelly running fourth, and your Rotax senior driver, Mendez, being scored fifth overall. Again, Jonathan back in lap number 4 had a 36.722. Oliver best lap 36.743. Morgan with a 36.727. Nolan Kelly, best lap time, 38.391, and Mendez with a 40.183. That is your Rotax senior driver. Yeah, and Oliver just kicked it up a notch, 36.676 for Oliver Askew. But Oliver closing up the gap as they work their way into that hairpin turn. Obviously, he's got the speed off of that 238, found something there. Closes up on Jonathan as they'll head into the tree turn. And Oliver coming in this weekend as your points leader. As I said, he's been on the money. And he has won every single event except for one. And outside that, he's finished second. They'll work down the front stretch. 8 laps in this time by. Again, different approach into turn number 1. Jonathan going to bring them left side tires to the inside. Oliver going to run a little bit of the center of the track on the entry to turn number 1. Oliver starting to make some noise. Going to pull up side of Jonathan at the top of the hairpin turn. Jonathan a little stronger off the exit. And they'll head into the tree turn. Oliver starting to get a little pesky now. Starting to make something happen as they'll work their way. Jonathan looking over his left shoulder. Realize he's got company right on his heels. Here they come off the top of the oval. Their nose to tail again. Jonathan going to swoop over to the inside. Oliver going to go right with him. Morgan going to try the center lane. So a little bit of a different approach for your points leader, Oliver Askew. Kind of went with Jonathan on that inside as he's trying to find that magical line. And they are button up nose to tail off the top of the hairpin turn. 9 laps complete. Now we go to the inside again. Here they come. Morgan going to take a shot at Oliver, your new leader. Morgan moves to second. 2 laps to go. This is going to be a good one. They'll come down. Nose to tail as they head down into turn number 1. Askew, Healy, and Kodak, 1, 2, 3 off turn 1. You knew it was going to start to get hot soon, and they're underway with a lap and a half to go. Askew, Healy, and Kodak, your top 3. Morgan in the middle of the sandwich, qualified second, currently running second off the hairpin turn. They'll make their way into that tree turn, led by your brand new leader, Oliver Askew. And that's a nose-to-tail battle as they'll head to the top half of that oval. Move over sign going to come out for Mendez as they work down the front stretch. White flag up, 1 to go. It's Askew, Healy, and Kodak into turn number 1. That's the running order. They'll make their way to the chicane. And Oliver, you watched him in the earlier laps continue to chip away on Jonathan. They are definitely going to come up on slower traffic. They'll approach the top of the hairpin. That is your Rotax senior driver. And Oliver going to cross over. This may be a problem as they come through the tree turn. Now Mendez going to give him plenty of real estate. Now Jonathan second. He's got room to the inside. Going to have the door shut on him. It's Oliver Askew with the advantage. Their nose to tail at the line. Askew, Kodak, Healy, and Kelly in your senior class. So there it is, a good finish. In your Rock Senior, it's Askew, Kodak, Healy, and Nolan Kelly. And Mendez will be your Rotax Senior. Nice pre-final again.